What up YouTube? My name is Marvin and today we're going to be checking out this Laney L20H all-tube Class A guitar head. Yeah. So quick little story, I kind of impulse bought this amp. I didn't really need it. I was scrolling through Guitar Center's used section and I found this for, I think it was about 600 bucks. I didn't really know anything about it. I did one really quick Google search. I was like, clean tube head. Sure, why not? Bought it. And yeah, I'm really glad I bought it. This is a really good amplifier. It's so great. Anywho, let me get to the nitty gritty. To start, it's a 20 watt amplifier, which is why it's called the L20H. Lionheart 20 watt head. Pretty sure that's what that stands for. It's a really nice color. It's blue Tolex with this tan grill cloth thing. I'm sorry, I don't know the technical words, but it looks really cool, as you can see for yourself. It features 3 ECC83 preamp tubes and 4 EL84 power amp tubes. On top, you've got your EQs and all your controls, and you got some vents here for the air for the tubes so they can cool down. It is a 2-channel amplifier. They share an EQ. You've got clean volume, you got a bright switch for the clean channel, you got your overdrive control for the distortion, and well, the gain you could say. Drive volume, which is just the volume of channel 2. Bass, middle, treble. You got an onboard digital reverb, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh man, it's really good, you're gonna see. And your tone control, that's your last thing. Then your standby switch, your on-off switch is on the back. You got your effects, send and return, but you also have an adjustable -10 dB, or you can even bypass the effects loop altogether. You got your foot switch input. It operates at 4, 8, or 16 ohm impedances. And that's it. Very simple amplifier, and I really do like that. Normally on my channel I feature high gain amplifiers, or more towards the metal and distortion kind of stuff. But this amp is the complete opposite of what I normally play, which is why I like it so much. It's basically just clean, it's got some grit, it's got some overdrive, not enough really for metal, but definitely enough for classic rock, and pretty much anything from classic rock down in terms of gain. Going through my Mesa 212, the Thiele Three Quarterback cab with the Mesa Celestian black shadows, my CAD TSM411, whatever, no post-processing. I'm using a Squier Stratocaster. It's just a basic Affinity Strat. It's got some Fishman Fluence Strat pickups. Yeah, let's see how this sounds. So on my EQ, I'm gonna center it, including the reverb, the tone, and this is what it sounds like on the bridge pickup of my Strat. Really nice, deep, clean. I'm gonna go to the neck pickup real quick. So I don't know if you can hear the little bit of the reverb. The reverb sounds really nice. It's, like I said, it is a digital reverb, but it sounds very natural. It doesn't sound very artificial or digital or anything, and I really like that. The amp also seems to have a lot of bass frequencies. As I've been playing it through the weeks that I've had it, I usually have to turn the bass down, but I'll do that in a little bit. So yeah, it's a really nice clean sound. It's very responsive to how you pick. So if I really dig in, versus playing really light, mind you, we're still just on the clean channel with no actual gain to control. We're just plain clean, and it's got a lot of control. Okay, so I'm gonna play around with the EQ. So you can see that's a lot of bass. We're on the bridge pickup of my Strat, and it's a good amount of bass. See it on the neck. So as you can see, very big and bassy. But let's play around with it. I'm back in my bridge position. So I like that. That sounds really good. But I want to show you the bright switch real quick. Yeah, nice big difference. Brightens it up, gives it a little more brightness, you know, but it sounds really good. Actually, we could try that out and see how that helps out the bass, how I showed you that it's very bassy. So I'm still with the bright mode engaged. I'm gonna go to my neck pickup. Let's see if that changes it. Yeah, definitely cleaned it up a little bit, but remember my bass is at 3, so it could just be that. But I hope you're starting to see that there's a lot of flexibility in the EQ, and I have to say that these EQ controls do a lot, and I'll show you the range really quick. So I put my brightness switch back off just so I can really show you how much the EQ can vary the tone. I'm putting everything back in the middle, including the reverb and the tone knob. I'm gonna sweep through the bass, then the mid, then the treble, so you can see how much of an effect it has. Should probably start at 0. Bass is at 0. So you can see, good amount of bass in this amp. So if you have a guitar or pickups that sound kind of wimpy, this will beef them up. Mids, all the way down. Treble all the way down. I'll do the same with the reverb so you can hear it, because I'm not sure if you guys are hearing it. Hopefully you are. If you're not, get your ears checked. Reverb all the way down, completely dry. All the way up, 100% wet. Lastly, I'm going to show you how the tone knob affects the tone. So you can see a lot of things get affected from the EQ. The bass and the treble knobs seem to be the most prominent. The mids didn't seem to do too much, but they did something. And the tone knob seems to overall shape the entire tone, so that's pretty obvious. That's what it should do. I'm just gonna start playing through the amp now. Pay attention to the changes in my pick attack. You'll hear it with how hard the amp is gonna be overdriving, or how softly it's gonna be, how hard it's gonna be overdriving, or how softly it's gonna not be overdriving. You get what I'm saying? The harder I play, the more you're gonna hear the overdrive. The softer I play, the more you're gonna hear it turn clean. This is good. I love this amp. All right, that's enough clean. Let's go to the overdrive. So when you're in the overdrive channel, the bright switch doesn't do anything to it. So I'm just gonna turn it off. Everything is in the middle except for the drive volume. So I wasn't really digging in there. Now listen to this. So that's digging in. Before I was playing normal, now I'm gonna play softly. Big difference, you see that, right? Very responsive, really fun to play. So you hear all that bass, all that low, mid, chunky, thick. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Really cool. But I'm on a neck pickup. So now I'm gonna do the split pickups. I'll play the same thing. crazy. It's still thick and chunky, but you got a little bit of that spank that you usually get in this position. So it's pretty cool. If you can't tell, I really like this amp. Ugh, it's so good. I forgot that I have a tremolo. I never use it. It just looks cool. But yeah, so you get the idea. It's fun. I really like this amp. I forgot to mention something. There's actually two inputs. You have a low input and a high output. High input. Low input and high input. The low input, you're meant to be using higher output pickups to lower the input, so that you're not driving the amp too much. And the high is meant for really weak pickups if you want to boost their signal. So if you have like, not specifically these single coils because they're active, but if you had traditional really low output single coils, maybe a low output PAF, you could choose which one you want to put it in. All my pickups are high output, so I only use the low output input. You get what I'm saying? But you know, just to show you that, I'm gonna actually plug my Strat into the high output and you can hear the difference in the way it overdrives. My pickups actually have a mode where I can make their output a little higher. So I'm going to show you how different it is when you have a higher output in both modes. You can hear it's like it's catching up with more output, and the high output you're pushing the preamp more. It's very responsive, and if I dial back how hard I'm hitting, I'm still in my high output mode on my pickups and it's still pretty clean versus me digging in. So you hear the difference. So pretty cool. So that's it. I don't want to go too crazy in depth with this amplifier. This should give you an overall idea of all the different tones you can get out of it. I didn't see too many videos showing all the little intricacies of the amp, so I decided to do my own. I absolutely love it. I highly suggest, if you're thinking about getting something that's all tube and handmade in Britain, I think, England, somewhere over there, but it's handmade, so good quality. It's Laney, so good quality. Thumbs up for me. If you like this content, please feel free to subscribe. Let me know if you have this amplifier or what your favorite clean amplifier is in your collection. Talk about it in the comments. Leave a comment below. And that's it. That's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good day. There's one thing I'll say before I actually end this video. Sometimes you get new gear and it's great and everything, but it doesn't really inspire you to play. That's something rare. And I have to say, of all the amps that I have, don't get me wrong, I love the amps that I have in my collection and everything, but nothing inspires me more than this. There's something that I really enjoy about having something clean and you just plug your instrument in and you fully control the way that it sounds. I know it's not the only amplifier that can do that, but it does it really well, and I really like that because it's different than just having to set controls and it just stays like that and you just play. This one, you could set your controls, but you can, just by changing the dynamics of your playing, you can change the whole tone without even touching the tone controls, which is really cool. So you get like that really expressive, really dynamic feel that you're playing with the amplifier and that the amplifier isn't just amplifying, it's actually going with what you're doing. I know that's probably long-winded, but I hope you understand what I mean. Either way, it's very enjoyable to play, and I actually like it more than I think all my amplifiers. I don't know, I gotta try them out. Anywho, that's the end of the video. Let me stop dragging this on. If you have questions, comments, concerns, whatever, leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Anywho, take care. Have a good day.